Hi, I'm Aly with WLUW, and I'm here with Maya of Mynolia. We have a lot of her songs on our rotation right now. She actually just came out with an album in December, All Things Heavy. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that and the process of creating that album?
Sure. First of all, thank you for spinning my album. I'm happy you like it. The creation is a long process and I kind of call it my debut mixtape rather than debut album because it kind of came together without much intention. But in the end, that's one of the things I've liked best about it, that the songs showed their combining theme after the fact. And I realized what was being said after actually releasing it and not during. So it wasn't as intentional, but I like what came out of it. And I had some great collaborators and had a lot of fun playing in the studio and producing myself and co-producing with Jeremy Black. And it was a great exploration.
Awesome. Did you have any inspirations while making the album?
Well, I'm a big music consumer, but I have really spread out inspirations. So anything from, there's a song on the album called Train of Thought, which is based around a melody that I heard in an Armenian flute folk song. It's called Ezrumi Shoror. It's a dance, and it's quite old. No one knows exactly who wrote that melody, but it's sort of just like a cultural folk dance. And I based the song around a melody like that, and there's a few other parts of the album that have kind of sonically or lyrically been inspired of things that I've found along the way that just kind of fell into place, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And then your song Holding Hands in My Dreams.
Yeah.
I think that's been called a quarantine chronicle or something.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about your writing process during quarantine, COVID?
Yeah.
All of that?
That one is kind of a unique experience in terms of writing because I think we were all kind of going crazy a little bit, and that just was my way of dealing with it. So I was in my grandma's basement, and I had a dying laptop, and I had to make do with that. So I made every sound on that song myself, and playing the drums in on the keyboard of the computer and singing into the mic of the computer. And I think it's pretty funny that it ended up on a vinyl. That was not intentional either. But it was just about sort of hopelessness and trying to find the humor in that. I think we were all kind of trying our best.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then you actually just got back from a tour, right? You were 7-day tour in
Yeah,
Morocco?
I had a 10-day tour in Morocco. Well, actually, 7 shows and 10 days there, luckily, because we got to see a little bit. And that was such a magical experience. I'd been to Morocco once before, but I hadn't been to this many cities or got to ride these beautiful train journeys through wetlands and kind of deserty areas and the coastline, and the people were so sweet, and it's a very culturally rich place. So what a kind of magical experience as our first tour. I just would have never guessed. Yeah.
Awesome, that's great. And then I also know you lived in Canada, New Zealand, and now in Germany.
Yeah.
How has living in so many places kind of developed your music or affected you as an artist?
It's a good question. I think it's affected me a lot more than I ever thought, and maybe that's circling back to my unintentional theme of the album. I think that's in there a lot, and I've written about it a bit now in the aftermath, realizing that kind of a lack of identity or nationality or feeling grounded anywhere does kind of leave you floating a little bit and searching, and those themes definitely showed up in the lyrics throughout the whole album. And and musically, or just inspirationally, it's always been nice to have a lot of different artists from different places in the rotation. And there's great artists from New Zealand and a lot in Canada that had a big impact on me, like Feist and Patrick Watson are two of the great folk artists of the last couple of decades. And I grew up around good music because of all those different places. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. So are you planning on seeing any artists at South by? Are you looking forward to seeing anyone?
I'm kind of playing it by ear, actually.
Playing it by ear. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, because I wanted to kind of make a whole schedule and do the whole thing, and then I realized that I need to just sort of go with the flow.
Yes, for sure.
I think that is the way of South by.
Yes, that's what we learned yesterday.
Yeah, same. So I'm just going to try to spend time with the good people that I'm meeting along the way and the few friends that I have around here at the festival and see where the wind blows me.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, thank you everyone. Check out Mynolia's new album, All Things Heavy.